All right, I wanted to make a little video about this Jabberwocky Excel spreadsheet that's posted on the website. So here it is. You can download this thing, Jabberwocky. It's posted on there. So this is a perfect hashing example. So I've got a couple of tabs down here at the bottom, and so these are the keys. So Brillig, Toves, Borograves, they're just crazy words. And I have this hash algorithm here which uses a lookup table, right? So the lookup table is just the letters A through Z corresponding to these numbers right here. And then, oh yeah, they have the ASCII value. So ASCII value of little a is 97,122. Just to point out that the values in here can be really anything as long as they're different. So I mean, you could use 1 through 26, that'd be fine. I happen to use 97 through 122, which is the ASCII value, as long as they're different initially. Okay, then I generated this hash algorithm which just takes the first letter out of this table right here, and then the last letter, and then the length of the key, and adds all three of those values together, and then mods by 14. And because I want it to fit, I want the data to fit in a 14 element array, okay, with no extra space. So that's where the mod 14 is coming from. So let's see. So Brillig is, first letter is B, last letter is G. So it's going to be 97 plus 104, whatever that is, plus the length of the key, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So 97 plus 103 plus 7, the whole thing mod by 4 ends up being 12. So that's what this. I've got this formula in here in Excel that just does it pulls these lookup values out and adds them together. Okay, so anyway, I get a 12 for Brillig, I get a 12 for Toves, I get a 13 for Borograves, right? So I've got some collisions. I've got a 12, 12, and a 12. It's 3 12s. I've got 2 13s. That's bad. I've got, let's see, I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. That's bad. So I want to start resolving these collisions. So to resolve the collisions, what can I change? I can change the lookup of the first letter. I can change the lookup of the last letter, and that's it, because I can't change the length of this thing. So what should we do? So what I've done is I've got the second tab where I've resolved all the collisions. If you look here on the keys, these are all unique now, right? I've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, no collisions. But what did I do first? I changed this first. I changed this, what was a 98 to a 90 to a 90 to a 103. And why? Because well, what should I do last is the thing. Because let's see, fourth, I changed H and W. Why? Because if you look here, W, that's the only W, right? This Wabe is the only W, and H, is that what I did? Yeah, H, where's H? That's the first letter. Here, Kalu, that's the only H that at the end, right? So I can change this H and get anything I want here, because it's not going to affect anything else. Likewise, I can change this W to whatever I want. So save those two for last, right? H and W, save those for last. Then what did I do next? I did the B and then I did the T. Let's think about the B. So if I change the B, it's going to change Brillig, it's going to change Borogroves, because those both start with B, right? And it's going to change Jub. It's going to change, because Jub ends with B. That's it. It's going to change this one, and this one. But that's okay, because those are all colliding anyway, right? 12, 12, and 0. There's a bunch of other zeros, so it wouldn't be bad if I change this B, because it would get away from these. It would get this 12 away from this 12, and maybe I could get this 0 away from these other zeros, right? So I think I just started, what I really did is I just started typing in new numbers over here and looking at what happened. And I ended up with a 103, right? Or was it 104? It was 103. If you change this to 103, this Brillig became a 3, which was available. And Jub became a 5, which was available. So that was a good one to change. You know, then I changed, what did I change? I changed T. Why? Because, let's see, I got a Tum, starts with T, and Toes. Tum is 7, and Manxome, you know, Tum collides with Manxome. So it wouldn't be bad to change that. And Toes collides with Gyre, so changing the T would get this 12 away from this 12, right? And it would get this 7 away from this 7. So I changed the T. What did I change it to? I changed it to 119. So probably what I did is I just started doing 117 and looking at the numbers, and 118 and looking at the numbers, and 119. Is that what it was? Yeah, I ended up with 119. And changing T to 119, it changed Tum to 10, which got away from, what was it before? Whatever it was before. And then, you know, was it Toes? Toes got away from what it was. It's getting better. And now the only collisions I have are this one, the H, Kalu, which which collides with these two, right? And Wave. But remember, W is unique, so I can make W whatever I want, and H is unique. I can make it whatever I want. So what do I want? I don't have a, you know, what's missing out of here? I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is missing. So I could make maybe this one a 6, or I can make this one a 6. Let's see, 7, 8, 9 is missing. 6 and 9 are missing. So I could make this one and this one I could change to be 6 and 9. And what did I end up doing? I made Kalu a 9 and Wave a 6. Kalu, where's Kalu? So I changed W to 125 and this to 113. W was 125, which makes Wave a 6, and Kalu is a, what did I change Kalu to? 113. I changed 8 to 113, and I made Kalu a 9. All right, so to summarize the strategy, you're going to need to do this in the homework. You generate the initial keys using the hash algorithm. Okay, then you just look at them and you see what collides most. Like, what do you have the most amount of numbers? Here, I'll back up. Back all the way up to the beginning of this thing. So I had a lot of 12s, I had a lot of 13s, I had a lot of zeros. You look at the letters that are common to those, perhaps. You know, like B was common. It's going to depend on your data, but here B was common, and I realized that the changing B would get this 12 away from the other 12, and it would get this 13 away from the other 13, so that's a good one. So it depends. You have to use a human. You have to use a human brain to look at the data and just come up with a kind of a strategy, and then do a little bit of trial and error. All right. So start with the ones that have a lot of collisions, and then keep in mind, identify the ones that are unique, like W is unique and H is unique. Save those for last, because you can make those whatever you want. Right? That's the basic strategy. For the homework, you're welcome, of course, to use this exact spreadsheet. You could just put in new keywords here, and it should work for you. All right? Thank you.